नमस्ते दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे चैनल में, जहां हम सुंदर प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम बनाने के बारे में सब कुछ शेयर करते हैं। आज हम आपके लिए एक बहुत ही दिलचस्प वीडियो लेकर आए हैं, जिसमें हम आपको बताएंगे कि हमने अपने क्लाइंट मानस के लिए एक हाई टेक प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम सेटअप कैसे तैयार किया। इस एक्वेरियम सेटअप में CO2 सिस्टम और टेम्परेचर को कंट्रोल करने के लिए एक थर्मोस्टेट लगाया था। उम्मीद है कि ये वीडियो आपको प्रेरणा देगा कि आप भी अपने खुद का एक प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम तैयार करें और अपने घर में एक जीने वाला आर्ट का आनंद उठाएं। ग्लास प्रिपरेशन। प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम बनाने का पहला कदम है ग्लास टैंक की तैयारी करना। इस वीडियो में आप हमारे असिस्टेंट को देखेंगे जिन्होंने एक्वेरियम की ग्लास की तैयारी की है। ग्लास को साफ और किसी भी तरह के स्क्रैचेस या निशान को निकालना बहुत ज़रूरी है, और इसमें पीछे एक फ्रॉस्टेड विनाइल का यूज़ भी किया गया है। सबस्ट्रेट लेयर प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम का फाउंडेशन होता है, जिससे प्लांट्स के जड़ों को बहुत फ़ायदा होता है। इस वीडियो में आप देखेंगे कि हमने एक्वेरियम में एक सबस्ट्रेट लेयर रखा है। हमने एक खास तरह का सबस्ट्रेट यूज किया है जो प्लांट्स के ग्रोथ को बढ़ावा देने वाले न्यूट्रिएंट्स से भरा हुआ है। ड्रिफ्टवुड एक प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट है। ये नेचुरल दिखने के साथ साथ प्लांट्स के ग्रोथ के लिए जगह भी बनाता है। इस वीडियो में आप हमें ड्रिफ्टवुड पर मॉस बांधते हुए देखेंगे, ताकि प्लांट्स के लिए नेचुरल एनवायरनमेंट तैयार हो सके। प्लांट्स प्लेसमेंट एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप है। इस वीडियो में हमें ध्यान से प्लांट्स को एक्वेरियम में रखने के बारे में आप देखेंगे। हमने ऐसे प्लांट्स चुने हैं जो एक्वेरियम के माहौल में अच्छी तरह से ग्रो कर सकें, और उन्हें तरीके से रखने की कोशिश की है ताकि एनवायरनमेंट बैलेंस्ड और खूबसूरत लगे। अब ये प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम सेटअप हो गया है। इस वीडियो में आप हमारे क्लाइंट मानस के साथ बातचीत देखेंगे। उन्होंने हमारी मेहनत को अप्रिशिएट किया और हम डिज़ाइन तक कैसे पहुंचे इसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। ये प्रोसेस बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि ये हमें क्लाइंट की सोच समझने में मदद करता है और उनके एक्सपेक्टेशंस को पूरा करने के लिए एक कस्टम डिजाइन तैयार करने में बहुत हेल्प करता है।
Hi guys, welcome to Aqua Square Lab again. I'm here with Manas and we're very happy to introduce you our new project which is in completion, and I'm going to tell more detail about it. Manas belongs to a place called Uttarakhand in India. Everybody knows about it, and he wanted me to create something which would be aligned with the natural environment that he has grown up seeing, that like the streams and the natural environment. So my process of building up this aquarium included selecting the right type of substrate, and then the rocks and the driftwood and the selection of plants was completely based on the concept that he wanted us to make, which was about Uttarakhand and the streams. So Manas, just give me honest feedback about how are you liking the setup now?
See, I'll tell you, Varun, we actually have been in contact for almost 3 months
Right,
now.
right.
But due to circumstances,
Absolutely.
either you were not available, I was too busy, we were not able to go through with the project.
Right.
But finally, the day came that we could go through with it.
Right.
And my honest feedback for the aquarium is that it is what I wanted.
My pleasure.
I couldn't have asked for anything better. Exactly, you got the feel of my emotions,
Right.
and you got the content what I wanted in the aquarium, and you captured it really beautifully. I'm so happy with the aquarium.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So in fact, the process that we follow in all our client setup is to understand the customer first, because at the end of the day, the customer is going to, or the client is going to be with the aquarium for the number of hours every day coming back from office.
Definitely.
And that's the reason we try to, it's an art, but we try to incline the art taking information from the client so that what they saw somewhere, because what we are trying ultimately is just replicate the some place of nature, but which part of the world that they want us to replicate, and then the designing starts. You've seen the process. We do
I've seen it.
Photoshop.
Definitely.
We show you multiple outputs of the Photoshop, and then we give you, and then you select, and then that's how the entire process starts.
I had been to quite a lot of aquascapists before I came to you, but the work that you do really satisfied me. So that is why I chose to go with you. It is not just the matter of the budget, but it is matter of satisfying my needs, which you did perfectly well.
Thank you. And it during the process, because there are a lot of questions and answers that happen from the family, and I saw a very active participation from Darsh, and it was real pleasure addressing those, because a lot of it is basically science, and they are very curious to understand why you are putting this or where it is coming from. So it was a real pleasure interacting with him.
Thank you.
And I'm sure he will have more and more questions.
Definitely,
So I am available.
I want him to carry on this hobby.
Absolutely.
What I have, I need to carry it on. I need him to carry it on, and not just me. My dad is also fully, involved in this particular hobby. When I was in Rudrapur for 9 months, I had to come back to Noida, and I had an aquarium over there also, and it was my dad who was taking care of the whole
Right.
aquarium, not just the fishes. I had a turtle aquarium also,
Nice.
so he was taking care of the turtle aquarium also.
Right.
But now definitely he's reached an age, so I don't expect him. But
Right.
definitely I do expect Darsh to carry this forward.
Absolutely, it is a very important thing, and I'll tell you why. Because this is the age wherein if you get involved in a hobby like that, it gives you a perspective in life, and like tomorrow, whatever he does, I'm sure that some habits, some principles that he's going to apply in the hobby, he's going to use those in his real life as well. So, and this is something which is an art. There is a lot of patience required, lot of information download happens, lot of R&D happens, lot of knowledge again that you get from internet and various sources. So yes, it is very important for children to start. In fact, I also wanted to let you know that Aqua Square Lab has its own a flagship product, which is the starter kit. And while this is a very big thing, but for kids, for beginners who want to do a lot of hit and trial, that's the concept of the starter kit, where we actually have the entire starter kit to start the hobby, and then they can do a lot of experimentation on that. So absolutely what you said is correct. This is the age, and it is a generation to generation. You had that hobby, and the kids will have it, probably his kids in future will have
You've
it.
interacted with him. He put forward some questions, some answers that even I didn't. Being, in this hobby for almost 10 years now. Because today's generation, social media,
Right.
YouTube is very informative.
Absolutely.
And you've interacted with him.
Yeah.
I said this is not possible.
Yeah, some of them he was correct, and I actually corrected
Corrected
you
me.
as well.
Yes,
No,
yes.
that's right. What he is saying is absolutely true. It's there.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. So I hope he keeps the interest on
Absolutely.
and carries this hobby forward.
Right.
So let's hope for the best.
Yeah, and as I mentioned in most of the client setups, we also what we do is we create a dedicated website for each setup, wherein whatever we're adding, whatever species of plants that we're adding, what are the species of a wood or rock or fish that we will add, we will have that information available there. You will have a barcode where you can just scan it and read to that website, and kids like
Beautiful.
Darsh can actually explain this to his friends that if this fish is, let's say, some, and then where, what's the origin of the fish, so he can also
Beautiful.
share all
Beautiful.
of that.
That is a very beautiful concept.
Great.
Really
So
appreciate it.
with that, I think we will close the video. But to everyone, we at Aquasquare Lab are very passionate about the planted aquarium. So you have client words directly coming from here. In case if you are looking for any information about a planted aquarium, you want to set up a new one, or you want to learn about it, so just visit the aquasquarelab.com website and you will have ton of information there. My contact details are mentioned there. We have our own lab where you can actually come and you can actually do experiment, and we can help you out with workshops. So there are ton of information available there. So getting into the hobby, the intent is more and more people should come into this hobby. So with that, signing off, Varun Shah from Aquasquare Lab. Manas, it was a great experience working with you.
Thanks a lot. Varun.
Okay.
एक हाईटेक प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम बनाना एक बहुत ही रिवॉर्डिंग और फुलफिलिंग अनुभव है। उम्मीद है कि ये वीडियो आपको इंस्पायर करेगी कि आप भी अपना खुद का प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम तैयार करें और अपने घर में एक जीने वाला आर्ट का आनंद उठाएं। हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, क्योंकि यहां आपको और भी टिप्स, ट्रिक्स और इंस्पिरेशन मिलेगा एक सुंदर प्लांटेड एक्वेरियम बनाने के लिए।